Good morning, YouTube friends. Today is the 28th of March. I almost forgot what month it is. It's shortly before 8 a.m. in the morning. I'm having a day off work, which is lovely. The building to which I'm pointing my camera is the Royal Classical Music Conservatory of Copenhagen. It's not a very pretty building if you ask me, but there it is. And right here we have Forum, also not a very pretty building. It's a place where different events take place, concerts, exhibitions, all sorts. For concerts, in my opinion, it's not the best place because it's not built for music, so the acoustics in there is, in my opinion, not too great. Over here at the Royal Music Academy, the conservatory, there are sometimes classical concerts, even though I'm mostly into, the harder kind of music, metal, rock. I do enjoy some classical music. It's something I've discovered as I've gotten older. So sometimes I've been to classical concerts over there, and the acoustics over there are really great. They don't just hold classical concerts there though. See, spring is coming. Huh? Oh man, that is lovely. Not too long ago, I was at a concert over there with an American band called Sun. It's very hard to explain that music style, but it's not pleasing, it's not pleasant, it's challenging, but in a beautiful, awesome way. But it's really heavy and it's, challenging. Even though I wore my ear protection, I couldn't hear for a week. I'm exaggerating a bit, but actually only a bit. Alrighty. Where are we going today? Today we're going, nowhere in particular actually. We're in the part of town called Frederiksberg. Look at all those spring signs, huh? Oh man, that is awesome. We're heading towards a park. In one of my, I must admit I can't remember what it's called. It's a park that belongs to, I don't know the English word for this, but it's the school where they teach agriculture, horticulture, and farming stuff, plant stuff, and I know that it's not very well explained, but maybe it's called an agricultural university or something. I'm not sure what the English term would be, but something like that. I guess you get my point. It's their park. And I haven't been there in ages. As far as I can remember, one of my early walks before I started speaking on my walks, I think we passed through there at some point. It's not a huge park, but when early spring is here, and I'm a bit in a rush today, so I thought we'd just take a walk over there today in the morning, so I can go about my business afterwards. So this is a part of Frederiksberg that's more quiet. But it is not even 8 o'clock in the morning, so also why it's quiet. And today being Thursday the 28th of March is, it's a holiday, isn't it? It's Easter. I'm not a religious guy, so I'm not sure too much about the details about the holiday, but Easter, I guess, is something to do with the death of Christ or something. So, but don't worry, this will not be a. Hang on, let me think. Give me 2 seconds. This way. This will not be a walking tour where we talk about religious stuff. I tend to steer clear of both religion and politics. I mean, when I do these walks, it's to unwind and hopefully make you unwind a little bit too. Sometimes hopefully give you a little bit of information about Copenhagen, but that's what my walking tours are all about. Unwinding, not thinking about the troubles of the world. There are plenty of those. Frederiksberg is one of the most expensive places in Denmark to live. I think the only place that are more expensive is if you go north of Copenhagen, just north of Copenhagen. There are areas up there that are ridiculously expensive. So that's why I pointed my camera to those houses over there. They might not look much, but believe me, the prices will make you laugh. Pardon? I really do enjoy these morning walks when everything is so quiet. A couple of hours from now, it will not be quiet. I really do enjoy that. Make sure that I'm not gonna get run over here. I think we'll be all right. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. Yeah, and when we've crossed through the park, I think we're gonna head back towards the neighborhood I live in, Nørrebro, as you probably know by now, so I can, go about my daily business. Tonight, I'm going out to dinner with a couple of good friends. We're going to well, it's a semi-new restaurant. It's called Ark. The Michelin guide awarded them not one of the regular Michelin stars, but apparently the Michelin system has a new sort of stars. Green, like a green star. And as far as I understand it, you get that star if you might not be completely on level with the restaurant who has a regular star, but it's a star awarded because of sustainability and because, of course, you know how to cook. So it's a restaurant who only serves plant-based food. I myself I'm not a vegan or vegetarian. I eat anything. But I do tend to, because there are better places to eat food with no meat in it, so I tend to eat less meat. Not because I want to, but because there are so many delicious things out there now that don't necessarily have meat. I think my favorites are seafood. I really love that. But it should be interesting tonight to try a restaurant that's supposedly on a at least semi-high level, who only cook with plants. So I'm very curious and excited about that. Hopefully it'll be good. Yeah, even apartments in a place like that would cost you, a ridiculous amount of money. I guess that's what it's like living in, a capital, a nation's capital, I guess, wherever it is you live in the world. If you want to live in the city, you have to pay for it. All right. I should have researched, but I should have. As far as I know, this very unattractive grey building over here on the other side of the road, so far as I know, is that's the school. Maybe there's a new building attached to it there, and I think the original school. We'll go down there and start the walk there before we go heading into the park. Hang on, I just want to make sure I don't get run over here. And maybe there's still some school down there, but probably they don't have enough room. But anyways, we'll start down there because the park is right here on our right here. But we'll start down here. So yeah. I'll, of course, as per usual, link in the description to the park and the school, and the area and stuff like that, because I'm not sure of the English name for it. Well, this looks like a haunted house or something, right? Whew, imagine what that kind of... Oh, I think it's a company or something, because a house like that would cost a fortune here. It doesn't look like it's... Oh, I mean, it looks like it could benefit for a bit of attention. But anyways, ooh, you can even a little bit start to see the cherry blossoms, huh? Give it another fortnight, maybe a month, we'll be there. I actually saw some footage from... Where was that? London? Where they are already blossoming. So yeah, I guess London, spring-wise, is about a month ahead of us. So they are a bit further south than us. So yeah. House looks pretty cool too, huh? With all the leaves and stuff. Alrighty. And you can feel it in the air now too. It's a little bit cold. I would say it's about 5-6 degrees. I think actually read it should be almost 10 degrees later today. I mean, 2 digits. Woo! That's awesome. All right, so this is the original school. It still says on the sign that it's the school. But if it's, and you can see it says over here, Copenhagen University. So if it's still actually a functioning school, maybe it is. And you can see the park here on the map. Maybe it is. So it says, so it says both agricultural and veterinarian. So maybe it's here you become a vet also. Perhaps. Again, I'll post a link, so if you're interested, you can read up on it. Yeah, see all these spring flowers. Ah, man, awesome. Now just to post a little, or to give you a little warning. Most of winter I've been moaning and complaining about it being too cold. From now on and maybe 2 months ahead, I'll be really happy. When summer comes and it'll be really hot, I'll start complaining again. I guess, you know, spring and let me take a picture for my Instagram. Spring and autumn are my favorites, I would say. I don't like when it gets too cold, and I don't like it when it gets too hot. Yes, I know, hard to please, eh? Yeah, you can even see on this tree up here, I don't know, it's against the light, so maybe you can't see it. A little, whatever it's called in English, you know, the green. It's starting to, I don't know if it's called blossom. I don't know if you can see it against the light, but you probably know what I mean. Yeah, I think you can even smell the spring is almost here. Let me take a picture of this bust here. So maybe we'll go in this direction. Yeah. I don't know. I like. I'm probably pretty weird about this, but I know a lot of people love things to stay the same, but I love change. And I guess also, I mean, like I said before, the temperature has something to do with it, but I love when things start to change. So spring and autumn, I love it. When I feel things are standing still, like in the dead of winter or in the mid of summer, it's not good for me. I like dynamics, I like things that are not static. The bloody hell is this? If any of you guys knows what this is for or why you do this, please let us know in the comments, because I have absolutely no clue. So yeah, this is the entrance we passed before. So they do this where they put little signs around the place. I don't know if they keep them updated, but I reckon it's because it's a school. So yeah, it's, like I said, it's been a while since I've been here, so I'm kind of improvising here. Yeah, it probably, I don't know, maybe we should have waited a month to get in here, because still pretty early days I can see, but there are a lot of other parks and stuff that I've been saying to you all winter, no, come spring, I'll do this. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it now, because if I have to do all the things I promised you guys this spring, I'm gonna be quite busy. But I'll do my very best. That much I do promise you. I think we need to get back. Let's improvise. How can I get lost in a bloody park? Oh, I just swore there. I'm sorry about that. I have absolutely no sense of direction. Oh, these are funny. Or at least I think they're funny. I need to take a picture of this. Instagram. Yeah. Are you guys following in my Instagram? Or don't you use Instagram or anything like that? If you do, of course, feel free to check it out. I also have other social media, but to be quite honest with you, I tend to use Instagram and Facebook the most. It's probably because I am old and I don't understand TikTok at all. Let's get closer to the little pond here. I also have, the threads and Twitter or X or whatever it's called now, but I can't seem to figure out how to use it cleverly, so I just post something there every once in a while. But Instagram and Facebook are probably what I tend to use the most. But it's mostly just to, accompany my my YouTube. This is what I mean, doing these walks, as I've said before, is what I enjoy. The whole other social media thing is more or less like I feel like I have to do that. So I try, but it's not where I spend the most effort to get better. That's all with my YouTube that I try. I've been working a lot these last few weeks trying to improve my SEO, search engine optimization. I'm quite excited to see if it'll work or not, because I do have my subscriber base is pretty good, but I don't get that many views yet, so I'm trying to figure out why. I'm trying to, so I hadn't ever worked on the SEO thing, so I thought, let's try it out to see if it actually works or not. So that's what I'm doing these days. I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to understand, but like I said, I'm old. This doesn't come natural to me, so I have to kind of learn everything from scratch. But I think it's a healthy thing, whatever it is, when you grow older, learn new stuff. So that old brain doesn't wither on you. Alrighty. Have to be careful, these stairs are not. Ooh, here we go. There we go. Alrighty. So yeah, and I also made a homepage, a web page, but it's mostly functioning like a landing page. Since my YouTube channel still is new and You know, don't pay any money or anything. I'm just making a landing page as a web page to kind of get, you know, everything connected. And if people do search for walking tours in Copenhagen and do find my web page, there'll be a little promo video that links to YouTube and links to my social media. So that's all it is. But I'm also, you know, I'm not going to do much work on that yet. But I'm also looking at the SEO for that page to see if I can help anything. But it's not like a deep web page with a lot of stuff on it. It's more, like I said, a landing page. But I am actually, other than the filming I do, obviously, starting to work a bit more on what's going on in the quote-unquote engine room. You know, all the behind-the-scenes stuff, all the technical stuff on YouTube and stuff like that. It's, well, for me at least, I'm not saying universally, but for me, I think it's interesting, but it doesn't come natural to me because I'm of a different generation. So I actually have to put a lot of work into it to understand it and start to work with it. But you know, like I said, it's good to learn new stuff. All right, let's head back towards Nørrebro. Hang on, don't want to get run over still. It's funny how they built those buildings back then. I don't know if it was cheap or something. It's not very pretty. But anyways, it is how it is. We're going to take that green path thing that we've walked on a few times before. Because it's more tranquil than going through traffic, even though, like I said, it's early now, so traffic isn't bad at all. I just prefer this route here. Imagine if the sun was out. That would be even more lovely, wouldn't it? But still, I shan't complain. We're heading into a lovely season. A while back, quite a while back actually, maybe autumn or something, one of you commented that because I'm such a foodie that I would shoot restaurant locations. I've been thinking a lot about that. I really want to do that, but yeah, because they're spread out, I was thinking about spring, summer, maybe divide it up. So I'll do it bit by bit over the next 6 months. I'll take my bicycle and go to an area of the restaurant, film the restaurant from the outside and film the area, talk a bit about the area and the restaurant, and make that a walking tour. It might be a bit shorter than usual then, and then maybe a couple of weeks later I'll bicycle to the next one and do the same thing there. Have been thinking about maybe if I could get to meet some of the people working on the restaurant, but I don't think my channel is big enough yet for me to be able to get a hold of these people, because they are Michelin restaurants, so they are kind of, you know, quote unquote important people. So I'm not sure my small channel will have pull enough to get interviews and stuff like that. But so that's why I'm thinking about starting with, you know, shooting the location and the surrounding area. Start with that. Maybe in a year or so, if my channel grows, then maybe we could do it again, and this time with interviews. But I don't think I'll have luck doing that just yet. See, more spring. Yeah. But that's the plan anyway. Or plan. It's my intentions. would also like to go on more bicycle rides, because then you could go outside the city a little bit. But I don't have camera equipment for it. I have the DJI. And I mean, if you need to bicycle in traffic responsibly, you need to be able to fasten your camera to some sort of device, and I don't have gear like that. I examined it, and it was not cheap. And since I don't make any money on this channel, I think it's too soon for me to start really investing in expensive gear. If my channel ever starts to make just a little bit of money, I'll spend that money not on myself, but to buy more equipment, to make more stuff for you guys. But so far, my focus is on seeing if I can make my channel grow. So if you guys, feel like sharing or something like that to make more people know my channel, that would be awesome. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Now we're going to cross a bridge that takes us from Frederiksberg to Nørrebro. This road that we're going to cross is usually extremely busy, but as it is a holiday and it's early in the morning, perhaps it'll, be not so busy. Yeah, not many cars. Oh yeah, and I'm also trying and actually I think this is going to be the thing about my channel that's going to be the most difficult for me, because the SEO thing starting to make sense to me. I'm getting better at it, but making a good thumbnail, oh man, because I can easily see that many other channels make so much better thumbnails than I do, and I really do try, but I don't have an eye for that stuff. I can't see it. That's really difficult for me, because I read up about it and I understand, okay, you need to add this and this and this, but every time I sit with a blank canvas in front of my Canva, I guess that's just not where my talent lies, I guess. But I'll do the best I can. All right, I think we'll go down here and then end our tour by this weird sculpture over here. Oh yeah, sorry about that, but to me it looks kind of weird. But yes, guys, as per usual, thank you so much for hanging out with me. push all the buttons, all the positive buttons, please, if you haven't already. And have a wonderful day. See you next week. Bye bye.